Welcome back to Change to Sustain, the Art of Agile Marketing and the New Decade podcast, featuring the Chief Technical Architect from the Microsoft Technology Center. In this episode, we'll be exploring the shifts in consumer psychology following the global quarantine and the industry verticals that have been deeply impacted.
Where do you see the shifts in consumer psychology? So where exactly have you been, where do you think, which are the industry verticals which have been deeply impacted? And I think, as you said, consumer psychology is probably across the board. It's not only specific to industry verticals. I would love to hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah, so I have a couple of interesting stats that I managed to pick up from some research. The sale of bread makers, home bread makers, has gone up by 652%. The sale of fitness equipment has gone up by 307%. The sale of craft kits have gone up 117%. Table tennis kits have gone up 89%. We're seeing massive spikes in things like the purchase of cleaning equipment, wellness equipment, right? Detergents and how people are buying detergents has changed significantly. Pack sizes have changed significantly as well. People are buying more family size things. So these are all different fundamental changes in how people buy things. And I think if you are a consumer packaged good company, it's really important to really understand some of these trends and be able to either anticipate it and therefore proactively communicate with customers about it, or be able to really, change what your supply chain looks like to reflect some of these habits and changing habits as well. But a lot of times your margins are going to be squeezed. So the best way to respond to that is to really have a firm understanding of, what might be coming, and then how do I go as early in the supply chain as possible to make sure that I'm shifting what I'm supplying to my consumers. So therefore, I have fewer things that are sitting on the shelves, and I'm making sure that the things that are in greatest demand are the things that we're best positioned to supply.
Thank you for tuning in. Join us next week for episode 3, where we'll be discussing the impact of brand communication with consumers in staying afloat.